What I got.
Oh, you gotta love the positive energy in his first NBA game, folks. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan, bringing you what promises to be a very exciting Friday night matchup. A look now at the starting lineups brought to you by State Farm. Someone will be keeping an eye on JaVale McGee.
You know, it seems that McGee has been on the highlight reel night after night since the day he got in.
Clutch checks in, and the fulfillment of a lifelong dream is playing in his first NBA basketball game.
And I like what he brings to the table, guys. He might not have all the ability in the world, but he does have a chance to help this team and contribute as a role player on a regular basis.
I don't think there's any question about it, Steve. There's a place for him in this league, just as you said. I mean, he's not going to be a superstar, but he can fill specific needs for a lot of teams.
For three, Harrington. That drops. Harrington's got 5.
Well, he wasn't going to miss that. I mean, they were way too late to get to him out there.
The Nuggets leading by 9. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Lawson kicks to Iguodala. Kicks to Chandler. Outside for Lawson. Back to Randolph. Rebound by the Magic. Pass to Harrington. For the 3. Harrington can't get that one to fall.
And total domination on the glass by them so far.
How about that, basketball fan?
Beautiful.
Wow. And that's exactly what you call a high percentage hoop there.
Sure is.
The one-handed throwdown. Gotta love it.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite.
Well, one thing you love about Andre Iguodala is his durability. He's missed fewer than 30 games in his entire 8-year career. And one of those guys who takes great care of himself in the offseason, works hard, watches his diet. I think that's been a big factor.
Randolph dishes to Chandler. Outside for Lawson. Iguodala with it, picked up by Harrington. Passes to Mozgov. That's blocked. Inside to Randolph. And they call over the back here, too much contact.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over-the-back call there.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Harper, he's checked in for Harrington. And Quentin Richardson has subbed in for J.J. Redick. And then for Denver, Jordan Hamilton's checked in for Mozgov. Brewer comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Ty Lawson. Brewer, good. And Iguodala, you spoke about his attention to diet and training already. A tremendous athlete, just naturally.
Yeah, but he's taking it to another level. And that's what the great ones do. They find ways to continue to get better no matter where they are currently. And last season, he dug into those salads, cut down or cut out candy bread and red meat. And a terrific athlete became better.
That is good. Harper's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Miller kicks to Brewer. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Right now, it's all working for him here in the first. The shots have been falling.
Yeah, their offense has been very impressive. If they keep this up, Clark, they're going to be tough to beat.
Duhon kicks to Harper. Over Chandler. Rejected by Chandler. 29 seconds left in the first. Another 3 for Denver.
Yeah, things could not be going much better for them so far, particularly offensively.
I'll say, I mean, you don't see too many first quarter leads this big.
Duhon with the ball. He's against Miller. They get it back. Here's Clutch. And there's the whistle. It's going to go on Andrew Nicholson. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here is Lawson. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Brewer. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist in this one.
And it has been total domination on their part.
Yeah, they haven't put the parking brake on at all. They're continuing to go full throttle and pile up the points.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
Clutch in at the 3. Aflalo is out there at Jameer Nelson. Then there's Glenn Davis, and it's Turkoglu in at the 4 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Yeah, they allowed far too many open looks in that game, guys.
Can't disagree with you there, Steve. I mean, that's exactly what did them in. They didn't apply nearly enough pressure on their shooters.
No good from Lawson.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside. Yeah, you know what, Kevin? The writing was pretty much on the wall for the Magic last year in the playoffs when they learned that Dwight Howard would not be available. They tried but just couldn't put up much of a fight against a big Indiana Pacers team.
McGee with it. Turkoglu picks him up. Here's Lawson, and it's Denver scoring again.
You know, he's given them a nice scoring option through most of this game.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Turkoglu passes to Davis. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu. Clark, as you said, with the Howard injury for the Magic, injuries can be cruel like that, and the Pacers made quick work of them.
Beat him in 5.
They sure did.
Yeah.
Steve, that was a pretty good series.
It was. Well, Orlando won the first game, and it looked like maybe they could pull off the upset, but in the end, the talent and the depth of the Pacers was just too much.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. Denver also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Fournier subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Turkoglu kicks to Nelson. There's the pass to Davis. Backs down. The jump hook, and the shot is good. Davis has got his second basket of the night. The Nuggets leading by 16. The dish now to Gallinari. Launches it. And it's Gallinari again missing. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
How about the career of Nuggets head coach George Karl? Actually played in the league for 5 years, all with the Spurs. But for 24 years, he's been a head coach in the league. First among active coaches and 8th all time.
Back to Lawson. Makes the lead pass. Mozgov. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got his 6th assist on the night. Harper, he's checked in for the Magic. And then for Denver, Wilson Chandler's checked in for Gallinari. Brewer comes in for Fournier. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Ty Lawson. 3-pointer, Nelson, and that one's good. Nelson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Steve, we talk about the long coaching career of George Karl. Pretty surprising he's never won a Coach of the Year. As good as he's been, as good as his teams have been.
And he's almost been stuck in no man's land, Kevin. His teams have been really good, but not good enough to win a title, and not bad enough where he can coach them up to win Coach of the Year award. It's kind of a weird situation to be in. But in my book, George Karl is a top 5 coach in the NBA, and he has been for the last couple of decades. He's fantastic.
Miller outside. He dishes it to Fareed. Back to Miller. Fareed setting the pick for Miller. Over Nelson. Shots good by Miller. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Ran him right off the tough pick there, and that freed him up for the Jet.
Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Chandler. The 9-foot shot. And that's good for 2. Clutch gets the bucket. And a moment to celebrate here. Those are his first official points as an NBA player. Chandler right side. Here's Miller. That is good.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Chandler. Can't hit from 12.
Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent.
Brewer. He kicks it to Miller. Throws up the alley-oop. Cannot hit.
Well, he defended the shot, got back into play, and grabbed the board. Nice play. And J.J. Redick was a big-time scorer back in Duke, but really had to work his way into regular minutes in the NBA. And it's a testament to his work ethic, the kind of well-rounded player he's become.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Nicholson's checked in for Davis. Harrington comes in for Harper. Quentin Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Duhan in for Jameer Nelson. Big group substitution here for Denver. Anthony Randolph, he's checked in for Mozgov. Jordan Hamilton comes in for Wilson Chandler. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Corey Brewer. And it's Lawson in for Andre Miller. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Kevin, if you remember, Ty Lawson slipped to 18th back in the 2009 draft, partially over concerns about his 5'11" height. But he said his size hasn't been a disadvantage in the NBA, adding, quote, "It's definitely changed from the era of Magic Johnson, 6'9" point guards posting up a lot. They used to like bigger guards, but now it's all about the small guards and speed, so the league has definitely changed." Kevin, he fits right in.
That's right, Doris. Thanks.
And, you know, Lawson is a game changer himself with his tremendous speed and quickness.
And for Redick, his shooting was his ticket to the NBA, but he hasn't been content just to stick with that play.
And you've got to give him credit for that, Kevin. He's grown to be a pretty good ball handler and a very good team defender. It's nice to see he accepted the challenge of what he needed to work on and has become a more well-rounded player at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, that's smart basketball. You foul and you send a very poor free throw shooter to the line.
Yeah, I think that's just smart. I mean, especially the way he's been throwing it down. Make him earn it at the stripe.
Harkless is checked in for Quentin Richardson.
Well, when he came out of college, the one thing you knew with Kenneth Faried was he was going to give you a lot of hustle. Great rebounder at Morehead State, and he brought that into the league with him. He attacks the ball, he attacks the glass, plays hard on every possession.
Well, that's just the kind of player he is. It's in his nature. He can't help but hustle after...
Look out, watch out now! Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
Here's Clutch. He's covered by Iguodala. And there's the feed to Harrington. Here's Clutch. He feeds it to Harkless. Duhan to halt the run. Good.
Another three goes down, guys.
Yeah, you got to get up into them defensively. I mean, you got to put pressure on guys and make them put the ball on the floor.
Lawson gets the screen from Randolph. Lawson dishes to Iguodala. Fires for three. No good from Hamilton.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Duhan kicks to Nicholson. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
What a great example of how to set a good pick. He really allowed his man a wide-open look.
Lawson outside. Faried.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's some real stylish basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between two teammates.
Here's Clutch over Iguodala. And there are the Magic with another bucket. The Nuggets leading by 15.
You know, one might have thought that the Nuggets' 8-season playoff streak would have come to an end last season. A relatively young team. It changed personnel the year before, but they got to the 6th seed, and really made the most of it in that first-round matchup against the Lakers.
Just 4 to shoot. Fader on the way, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Well, let's look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. First in scoring. First in assists. And they were number 2 in field goal percentage. This is a team that got good shots on a regular basis and knocked them down.
But when you get down to it, I mean, the identity of this club is that they score the ball. Number 1 in the league. They have so many ways to hurt you, and that seems to inspire them with confidence every single game.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Glenn Davis is checked in for Nicholson. Turkoglu comes in for Al Harrington. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Harkless. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Chris Duhon. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession. They're really hurting with his performance here. He just hasn't played up to his standards so far.
Here's Lawson. 11 points in the game. Back to the Nuggets, even with that young team we've been talking about, they were able to keep that playoff streak alive with Coach George Karl, and it was like they, Steve, were rebuilding on the fly.
No question. I mean, it's always nice when you have to trade your best player and you can keep plugging away and make the playoffs right away after that trade. So I thought Denver did a good job of maximizing their assets, and George Karl, as always, did a fantastic job with his club. So they are a perennial postseason contender.
Iguodala kicks to Gallinari. Here's Hamilton. Connects from three-point range. Hamilton's got 6.
Well, he did a nice job of getting himself into just enough of an open area to find that spot for his shot.
Here's Turkoglu. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
They are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
Sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Here's Clutch. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Here's Aflalo, and good on the basket. Book it. 12 points for him.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Yeah, they're making some shots now, Clark, finally starting to make up some ground.
And that one's good. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
They got the ball into the ideal position, and he didn't flub the finish that time, guys.
Here's Clutch. Gallinari covering. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Clutch. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second quarter. Clock at 6. Turkoglu outside. Aflalo. He's covered by Iguodala. The Nuggets leading by 18. Lawson outside. Feeds it to Iguodala. Lawson the pass to Hamilton. Beyond the arc. And again, Denver with the triple.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
There's Clutch. Over Gallinari. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The Nuggets shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. No good from Hamilton.
Yeah, he's struggled with his shot this quarter, and he's got to find a groove somehow.
Nelson left side. Down low. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And that hurts.
Yeah, big mistake there, especially when you're trailing.
Here is Miller. Chandler outside. From deep 3-point range. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Nuggets ahead, running away with this one. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports, and I'm Damon Bruce, coming to you live on a Friday night. The Denver Nuggets have the lead against the Magic at Amway Center. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. And Ty Lawson having no problem scoring against the Magic D. High percentage looks in the first half. Amazing work from the field, shooting in the high 60s. That's big-time bucket buying. And a scrappy effort by Orlando. Sitting at 500 in the early goings of the season, they're looking to get on the winning side of the ledger. They're stroking it from outside, hitting the three ball with ease. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call for the second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Nice game, great performance by Kenneth Faried.
Normally, he's not the guy at the top of the list who you'd think of when it comes to scoring, but he's had a great game here.
Yeah, you know what? He's kind of like found money, you know, when you sometimes stumble upon a few bucks in your pocket, you don't know where it came from, but you're glad to have it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Filling out the 3, 4, and 5 slots, Gallinari, Faried, and McGee. Lawson out there with Iguodala. The Magic trail by 19.
And Ty Lawson, another product of the basketball hotbed, Prince George's County, Maryland. The roll call of NBA players from that area, pretty impressive. Kevin Durant, Michael Beasley, Roy Hibbert, Delonte West, Jeff Green, just to name a few.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Guys, a new-look team in Denver. Less star power to be certain, but they've had success. Coach Carl said they're following the mold of the Spurs, saying of this Nuggets team, it's void of high-maintenance egos and attitudes. He said, when we decided to change the team pretty drastically, we wanted the players to be with us rather than fighting us. You get into a tug-of-war or a debate situation, and everybody loses. Kevin, he's so right.
Well, Doris, he's definitely happy with this young group of guys. They have a chance to be really good. And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by Lawson. And it's 6 points for Iguodala. And Lawson, it seemed, from high school to college in North Carolina, he's always played with a lot of other talented players, Clark.
And even with the Nuggets, Kevin, when you think of their depth for a point guard, that's always best because you've got plenty of options to serve up and set up, and you don't always have to try to take over the game yourself. So I think it's a good situation for a guy with Lawson's ability.
Dishes it to Faried. He passes to Gallinari. Six to shoot. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound. Turkoglu's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, Orlando had its ups and downs last year, Kevin, but one thing they were able to do pretty well was hold their own against the West. Not a great record, but they're able to win some games, against the Western Conference teams, and that's not an easy thing to do.
And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go. Open look. And Turkoglu with the basket on the assist by a Flalo. Turkoglu's got 14 points for the game. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. The Nuggets, number 1.
Kevin, this squad had some great passers. I'm talking about outstanding passers, creative, effective, versatile. I mean, they really knew how to find the right moment last year to get the ball to an open teammate. And that's the key to having assists and leading the league in that category, finding open teammates for good shots.
Lawson kicks to Gallinari. Over Turkoglu. And again, Denver no good. And the East as a whole struggled to get wins against the West. We all know that. But the Orlando Magic were able to get 7 wins last year, which, given their injury struggles, Clark, throughout the body of the season, isn't that bad.
Kevin, it wasn't just injury struggles. It was in-house fighting as well. I mean, we all know about the drama of last season. Had a little reality TV going on there in Orlando, and it looked to take its toll on the team and how they played throughout the latter part of the season. Look at that effort. Does he set a great example out there or what?
On plays like that, he does, sure. What work on the offensive glass we see with him.
Yeah, that was awesome. Put back with the slam. Are you kidding me?
Nelson. Here's Clutch. Fareed's there. Here's Clutch. Fareed defending. Gets it to go.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
Here's McGee. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. McGee's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
That's good. Here's Lawson. He's got 13. Kicks to Iguodala. Over Afflalo. Iguodala no good. The Magic trail by 13. Turkoglu right side. And it's Orlando with another.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys, Clark, are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense because now you can't account for everybody when the ball's moving so quickly.
Nelson dishes to Afflalo. Over Iguodala. Afflalo, no good.
Not much of a pick there. Unless you're going to get a body on somebody, you're really not going to free anybody up for a shot.
Lawson outside. Lobs it up there, and it's slammed in by Fareed.
Now that's how you execute an alley-oop there, fellas.
And with an exclamation point, too, on the finish, throwing it down hard.
What a terrific play on both ends.
Here's Clutch. Back to Nelson. Pass to Davis. Magic moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. They get the rebound. Nelson, the pass to Turkoglu. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got his 8th assist in the game.
My goodness, he's knocking down everything he looks at.
Iguodala no good. The Magic trail by 13. Nelson kicks to Turkoglu. Outside, Davis passes it to Nelson. Here's Clutch. The fadeaway. They get it back. Davis. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Quentin Richardson's checked in for Orlando. Redick comes in for Aaron Afflalo. Denver also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Chandler comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Gallinari.
He hasn't been one of their key guys tonight, but they are still winning despite his lack of production.
The pass to Richardson. Here's Clutch. The leader. Here's Davis. An easy 2 points on the layup. Davis has got 9.
He made that offensive rebound count. Nice job collecting the second chance points.
To the paint. Goes right up. And it's Lawson. That time on the assist by Miller. Miller's got 3 assists in the game.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Al Harrington's checked in for the Magic. Nelson comes in for Glenn Davis. Lawson dishes to Chandler. Here's the dish to Gallinari. The 3, good. He's got 11.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Kicks it out to Richardson. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 3rd in three-point shooting, 13th in rebounding. And as for turnovers, some work to be done here. Top 2/3 of the league. Not good, but not terrible either. Improvement necessary.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
And Lawson, here we go. That's good. Lawson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the main strength of his is his finishing ability in tight. I mean, even if you get a body on him, he can power it through the contact.
And what he can do with the ball in his hands borders on miraculously ridiculous sometimes. He's broken a few ankles in his day, that's for sure.
Here's Nelson from the line. Denver grabs the miss. Chandler's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And this is why they have the big lead. The rebounding has been dominant.
You know, guys, the +8 rebounding, I don't think it tells the whole story. I mean, they've been the more physical team from the outset. That's been the difference, their physicality.
Mozgov's shot is off. Here's Redick. Lawson defending. Here's Clutch. Expanding his range. Gallinari with the rebound.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar. You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach liked it either. Look at it. Look at that face. Uh-oh.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing. You know, sometimes you see teams that like to get up and down the floor and they don't really defend very hard. That's what I like about the Nuggets is they like to run, but they do it out of their defense. They force a lot of turnovers. They play extremely hard, and then they get that up-tempo game going.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Harkless is checked in for Richardson. Flalo comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Duhan in for Jameer Nelson. And for a team like Denver, that is exactly what you want to do, as you were talking about, Steve. Pressure on defense, turn the ball over, and then Clark get out and run on offense.
Yeah, that's exactly how they want to play, Kevin. Top 5 in the league in terms of forcing turnovers, and they led the league in points per game. So it wasn't just pace either. I mean, they were second only to the Spurs in field goal percentage. So they turned you over, scored in the open court, and shot a high percentage while doing it.
That's a good combination.
Yep.
Back to Fareed, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Boy, a lot of fans around the league really focused on that matchup for Chicago.
The Magic trail by 13. Duhan kicks to Harrington. The 11-footer. Harrington can't get that one to fall.
He just can't get a good feel for his shot at this point. That's one of the reasons they're losing.
Brewer passes to Fareed. He dishes it to Brewer. The 17-footer goes down. Brewer's got 9. The Magic shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Duhan up top. He kicks to Harrington. Knocked away. Stolen by Fareed. 3-on-3. Here's Randolph. Rises up and throws it down.
And another quick strike for them. No question which team is running the fast break better here today.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been lethal in transition, Steve. It's one of the reasons they're out in front.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nuggets ahead, leading by 17. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. As the fourth quarter gets rolling here, let's check out our Sprite Uncontainable game. Let's go to Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hey, Kevin, our uncontainable game in this one, the stretch by the Nuggets. It's been a clinic on how to pick apart a defense here as they have been able to get bucket after bucket in every trip down the floor. The lead just keeps on growing for them right now.
Great, thanks, Doris. And a very important turning point in this game was when they started to gather that steam and really started rolling, guys.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. And that run changed the entire feel of this game. And it wasn't just their offense that made it happen. The stops they were making defensively played just as big a role.
And right at the start of that run, fellas, you could see the sudden injection of energy that went through the whole team. Then it was game on.
Clutch, he's in at 3. Hedo Turkoglu out there, Glenn Davis. Then there's a Flalo, and it's Nelson in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Turkoglu. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
They have really been a group of glass eaters out there today, fellas. I mean, just devouring any and all rebounds.
And I think that's the difference in the game right now. A double-digit lead in that category.
Iguodala outside for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Fareed, and it's blocked. And, oh, here we go. Turkoglu's got it. The fast.
Went for the two-hand throw down there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. From deep, Gallinari. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got 4 assists in the game.
I like the way that he has really stayed aggressive from that three-point line after not making a single one before the halftime.
To the inside. Drills the leaner.
As soon as the double team came, he immediately looked to find the open man.
Back to Fareed. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got assist number 5 here tonight.
They're really making a point of taking it inside and scoring from close range.
Well, you have to give some of the credit, or actually the blame, I should say, to the defense. They are not doing anything in the paint area.
Boy, every time they drop it in, they do so from close range. Easy basket.
Yeah, high percentage looks time and time again, guys, and it's paying off for them. The way they're playing this game, I like their strategy.
The Magic trail by 20. Here's Clutch. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Orlando with another. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Danilo Gallinari out of Italy has emerged into a top-flight scorer in this league. A deadly shooter at 6'10", pretty crafty inside. And I think after Kevin Durant, he could be the second-best small forward in the Western Conference.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Harrington comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. The Nuggets also changing it up. Chandler comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And it's Lawson in for Andre Miller. And Danilo Gallinari, 6'10" Clark, great size at the small forward position. The upside here is terrific.
Yeah, he's really a uniquely skilled big guy. He can handle it, shoot it from deep, driving, and I love his IQ and craftiness. This is a very clever basketball player.
The feed now to Harrington. Gallinari covering. Harrington can't get it to go.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog there. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Nuggets. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Heat game. It should be a close one.
Back to Chandler. Al Harrington grabs the board. Harrington's got 4 rebounds in this game. Left side, Davis. Back to Nelson. Here's Clutch. Shoots. The Magic again can't hit. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. That's good. 8 points for Iguodala.
That's 4 straight field goals coming inside the paint.
Boy, they're taking it right to him, Steve, and the defense has really been way too passive for my liking.
Back to Nelson. Chandler with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Lawson with the ball.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Tearing that roof down with that one.
Yeah, and really a dunk contest dunk that time. Wow.
Yeah, unreal. What a dunk.
Here's Clutch.
Well, with the effort of the new CBA to close some gaps between the big spenders in the league, the NBA also raised the floor for teams each year in terms of the minimum salary cap. So the union insisted on that because they wanted to make sure teams weren't just hoarding their money.
Here's Iguodala, and again it's Denver.
Now, the offense has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots, and that's what they've done.
For three, Harrington. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And with that salary floor, as you call it, Steve, I think we'll see a lot more parity as the money disparity shrinks.
Well, we'll see, Kevin. I mean, I'm not sure you can legislate parity. It still comes down to who's got the best players, and there's not that many great players in the world who can make a difference. There's probably, 10 true max players in the NBA. So you can try to draw up all the rules you want, but in the end, the best players are going to win.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
The Magic have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Clutch. From the top of the key, Denver grabs the miss. McGee's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Lawson drives in. He feeds it to Chandler. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here for the Magic. Nicholson's checked in for Davis. Harper comes in for Al Harrington. And Harkless is subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mozgov, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Jordan Hamilton comes in for Gallinari. Fournier's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Ty Lawson. Brewer's shot is off.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Here's Clutch. Fades back. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, guys, Orlando was especially tough at home last season, and there's a reason for that. This is an excellent defensive team, particularly with Dwight Howard manning the middle. And anytime you defend at a high level, you should be able to control your home floor.
And the Magic making a change here. Duhan's checked in. Anthony Randolph, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Going back to Orlando, defense really the name of the game for them at home as it helped them go to a 21-12 record at the Amway Center.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kevin. If you can play tough defense in front of a home crowd, and the two, I think, just kind of seem to feed off of each other. The Magic took full advantage of that last year. Good defense, particularly when they were at home.
Blocked. And here is Brewer. Feeds to Hamilton. Fires the 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
Tell you what, he's draining the 3 ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they've got to find a way to get out there on it.
Duhan kicks to Redick.
It always takes 3 or 4 years to really evaluate a draft class. But you look back at that 2005 draft class now, that was just an amazing draft. Incredible depth, some great NBA players, not only in the first round, but coming out of the second round as well.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's Chandler, and he bangs it home with one hand.
He's definitely showing some real sweet dunking skills here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh, what a play.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
And just some of the names from the draft you mentioned. Bogut, Bynum, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, Steve, all at the top, but the depth was incredible.
Yeah, look at later on in that draft, Kevin. David Lee picked by the Knicks at the end of the first round. And guys in the second round like Monte Ellis, Marcin Gortat, Brandon Bass, Lou Williams. Ultimately, that 2005 class turned out to be really, really strong.
That was a nice, strong one-hand jam there.
Yeah, brought it back and ripped it down.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's nice.
Here is Duhan. Pass to Nicholson. It's taken away by Brewer. Here's Hamilton. Oh!
Are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Ammonia strong finish right there, partner. You hear me? That was ammonia strong.
Yeah, ripped it down with two hands.
That's about as high percentage as you can get.
Dishes to Duhan. Here's Nicholson. Over Randolph. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Brewer with the ball. Pass to Fournier. Kicks it to Hamilton. Shot is blocked. Randolph kicks to Brewer. There's the triple. No luck. The Magic have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Duhan with the ball. Now Hamilton defending. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Smooth sailing for Denver. And Fournier kicks to Brewer. Passes it to Randolph. A second chance effort. He lays it in.
If you don't box him out more effectively than that, he's going to eat you up on the offensive boards.
Duhan kicks to Redick. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Well, none of the defenders were quick enough to step out and get a hand in his face on that jump shot. Big mistake there.
Here's Hamilton. Buries it down low.
Well, he's really having a nice quarter. Made some big shots for him.
The Magic shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Duhan kicks to Harper. From downtown, the shot is off. And Denver the other way now. Now Brewer. He passes to Chandler. The pass to Brewer. 6 on the shot clock. Trying his luck deep. Orlando grabs the miss. The dish to Duhan. He dishes it to Harper. He kicks it to Duhan. Here's Clutch. Magic moving the ball around. Duhan's shot is off. Smooth sailing for Denver. And Brewer kicks to Fournier. Gets it to go.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
Here's Harper. Off target from outside. The Nuggets shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Here's Hamilton. Gets it to go.
My goodness, he's going off in this quarter. He's got the guys on the bench going crazy. Rally towels and all.
Another miss by Orlando. Denver's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And Brewer kicks to Hamilton. Pass to Fournier, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Orlando making some changes. Harkless is checked in for Harper. And Quentin Richardson has subbed in for Chris Duhan. Mozgov, he's checked in for Denver. Miller comes in for Corey Brewer. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Chandler, here we go. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Doesn't look like they're going to take it easy on them down the stretch.
It certainly doesn't look like it. I mean, they're still aggressively attacking the basket and putting up points.
There's the feed to Harkless. To end the run, gets the bucket. Here's Miller. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Coming out party, you've made it known now that you'll be around the NBA for a long time. Does that sound about right?
I don't know, man. That's pretty high praise for someone who hasn't been around for all that long. I hope that's where my career ends up eventually, but right now I'm just out there trying to find ways to help this team win. There's a lot of other players here who I know I can learn a lot from, so I'm just going to keep trying to improve my game. And who knows what the future holds. For now, I'm not too worried about that.